On a moonlit night, a group of daring children sneak out of their houses, their hearts pulsating with adrenaline. The world is hushed, save for the nocturnal chorus of the crickets and the far-off hooting of an owl. Like a secret society they gather, their bicycles glinting under the pallid moonlight. A pact made in the spirit of adventure, a promise to explore the unknown. Their destination? The Forbidden Woods, a place whispered about in hushed tones, a place where shadows danced and the wind howled tales of dread. It was an eerie realm, where the trees stood like ancient sentinels, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal hands. The foliage was dense, shutting out the moonlight, rendering the woods as dark as a raven's wing. The air was thick with an otherworldly aura, a sense of foreboding that made the skin crawl. Yet the children were undeterred. As they pedaled towards the ominous woods, little did they know their lives were about to take a chilling turn. The woods, shrouded in shadows, held a sinister secret. A secret the children were about to stumble upon. The air, thick with an eerie silence, was disrupted by a chilling discovery. A lifeless body lay amidst the undergrowth, its presence a grotesque violation of the wood's tranquil solitude. The children, gripped by a paralyzing fear, stared at the sight before them. Their faces, usually brimming with youthful innocence, now mirrored the terror that gripped their young hearts. The body, subtly outlined in the dim light, bore an uncanny stillness, a stark contrast to the lively nature that surrounded it. The once inviting woods now seemed to close in on them, the trees towering like silent specters. Even the wind seemed to whisper ominous warnings. Their laughter and banter had been replaced by a deafening silence, punctuated only by their shallow, shaky breaths. Their innocent adventure had suddenly transformed into a terrifying nightmare. Terrified, the children tried to retrace their steps, but a frightful figure emerged from the darkness, blocking their path. This wasn't just any stranger, he was an enigma, a puzzle wrapped in the shroud of night. His countenance was as cryptic as the woods themselves, his eyes gleaming with a menacing spark that made the hairs on the back of their necks stand up. His attire was as peculiar as his presence, mismatched and tattered as if he had been living in these woods for ages. The stranger's aura was unsettling. A chilling wave of fear washed over the children. Their hearts pounded in their chests, their breaths hitched in their throats. The silence of the woods was broken only by the stranger's gravelly voice, echoing ominously around them. Confusion and dread filled their minds. They were small, vulnerable, lost in a world that suddenly seemed too big and too dangerous. Lost and terrified, the children were now trapped in the dark, soulless woods with an eerie stranger. In the chaos, one of the children slipped and tumbled into the black abyss of a hidden cave. The echo of his terrified scream reverberated off the cold, damp walls, fading into a chilling silence. The remaining children, paralyzed by fear, could only listen to the haunting echo of their friend's cry. Their hearts pounded in their chests like a drummer's relentless beat, each thump echoing their rising panic. The sudden realization that the cave was not merely a natural formation but a dwelling created a fresh wave of terror. The scattered remnants of human existence, the signs of the stranger's sinister presence, were all around them. The cave was not just an abyss. It was the lair of the stranger, a place of darkness and mystery, where the unimaginable might occur. Their friend was now in the clutches of the dark abyss, which was also the stranger's lair. His fate, like theirs, hung in the balance, teetering on the edge of the unknown. The children were now in a life-or-death situation. Their friend was lost, and they were stuck in the heart of the woods with a menacing stranger. In the throbbing silence of the woods, their breaths echoed like a harsh whisper, their hearts pounded in unison, a symphony of fear and adrenaline. With each passing moment, the darkness of the woods seemed to grow deeper, its void swallowing their hopes. They tried to muster their courage, moving stealthily through the underbrush, their senses heightened, every rustle, every shadow a potential threat. They were children no more. They were survivors, each moment a desperate attempt to claw their way back into the world they once knew. The search for their friend turned into a race against time, a frantic quest to cheat fate. Did the children manage to escape the woods and save their friend? Or did they succumb to the sinister woods and its creepy dweller? Their fate remains a chilling mystery.